All right, for more on the issue, we're joined by Kitty Fok. She's the China Managing Director of consulting firm IDC. Kitty, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Hi there, Kitty. Well, let's focus on some of these stats, and they're quite remarkable if you look at them. 8 out of 10 of the world's richest self-made women come from China. 2/3 of all self-made women billionaires also come from China. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think if you look at China, because of the government initiative and also like the characteristic in China, that create a lot of opportunity. For example, the Internet Plus initiative, it create a lot of new opportunity for online store, and the market is so new. It help all the young entrepreneurs to create new opportunity and very flexible environments. If you look at today, for a lot of the females, that they have all the skill set, and now they can now come out and then open their own store or their own company because of all the initiative and also technology. That and then with the flexibility environment, if you look at the online store today, you can see all type of store from female that they can actually come up with their own brand, their design, and then it's really well received in the market.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about these government initiatives. Chairman Mao famously said that women hold up half the sky, and he launched a campaign to get them into the workforce. They now make up about 46% of the labor force. So what are the government policies that are helping to promote this?
I think the whole education system is actually quite fair in China, that it create opportunity for like different gender to learn the things that you want. And again, because of the technology actually moving quite fast. If you look at the penetration for smartphone or PC, online e-learning, it is a lot of variety and resources for different gender, even like female, to actually get their skill set. That is really the environment provide to them, and at the same time, it's create the flexibility for the female to create their own market.
Well, you know, it's actually very interesting because some analysts say that in the corporate world, Chinese women find it harder to rise up the ranks than in Western countries. The number of China's women in high positions is about 8% compared to Norway, where it's about 15 to 20%. Kitty, why do you think that is? And do you think that those challenges in climbing up the corporate ladder for Chinese women then drive them towards starting more of their own businesses?
I think at the end of the day, it's the question of balance of life. I think the thing is, like, there is an opportunity over there, but for a female, there's always like a battle of the balance of life. And because of the new opportunity come out in China, a good example is what Alibaba, Tmall created a platform for as an open market. Now, and then like all the online opportunity, online, offline opportunity. So it's a choice that you can actually work in a corporate, that you can work on a corporate and then go through all the necessary process to climb up the ladder. Or at this moment, you can actually have a more well-balanced of life, open up your own enterprise or like company, and have more flexible environment. And another thing is what I see in China as a culture is that the parents are actually quite happy to live together with their daughter and then take care of the baby for them. So that actually gives the female more times to actually look at their business as well.
Well, that's an interesting family dynamic, having the grandparents involved in the child rearing there, as you say. And a dynamic that's changing now is the two-child policy. Couples can now freely have more children without any restrictions. So do you see that impacting Chinese women's career paths?
I think it's the both side. It is just has a challenge again because of the balance of life. They probably, you know, as a mother, you really want to spend more time with your kids, and that's probably is the challenge. You can see it. But again, and the other side is that because of the more kids, that actually create more opportunity for child care, you know, the market for more kids, the education, everything. And being a mother, you understand how to take care of the kids. It's actually create another opportunity for a female with this flexible environment and condition to create another company for yourself.
All right, thank you so much for your insights over there.